round one of a Scars Baradin block constructed daily with blue-black control. It does have Tezzeret, but I don't actually call it a Tezzeret deck. In fact, main board, it doesn't even have enough artifacts to consistently hit with Tezzeret's finding artifact ability. So here we go. We open with a decent hand against an unknown opponent. Wellspring. You really want to draw Wellsprings in almost every matchup. That's really important for the deck. Just fuels. They're your little card advantage package, essentially. Thinking of Wellsprings like Armillary Sphere slash Divinations, essentially. They also make Tezzeret. The reason why you're playing Tezzeret is the ability to turn these guys into 5/5s and either bash your opponent or block your opponent's creatures. So your opponent leads with the Inkmoth Nexus here. So we'll start this matchup. So we draw a Darksilk Shore, so that's nice, but we didn't actually need the mana at that point. Our opponent makes a silly play here and attacks the Inkmoth Nexus. Dismember is so prevalent in the format, that's just the most ridiculous play in my opinion. Drawing another Consecrated Sphinx there was kind of weird. We're a little flooded here. If he drops a Tezzeret on turn 4, we're not going to have anything to do about it. And he's going to sit there for a long time. We keep on drawing Dismembers, so we're in a lot of trouble if he has a Tezzeret. In fact, Dismember is horrible in the blue-black matchup mirror. But this is not actually a true blue-black mirror, apparently, because he has Viral Drake. Viral Drake is not constructed playable, in my opinion. So he's playing some weird blue-black and poison deck. So it's really hard to tell what he's doing. I don't want to play Consecrated Sphinx into what seems like an obvious counterspell here. But we keep on drawing cards that are bad in the matchup, so I figure we have to start running them out. So he has one counterspell. Hopefully he'll play something. We can kill it and play our Unconsecrated Sphinx, but he has nothing. We play Ratchet Bomb and start moving that up. So he activates the Inkmoth Nexus here and attacks. And again, we'll kill it. So Gopher Throat is nice against his own Consecrated Sphinx if he has one, or a Skithiryx if he has one. We hope to start drawing some gas here soon. That Ratchet Bomb was not what we wanted to see. But we just draw on Consecrated Sphinx, so if he doesn't play anything, we'll have to run out of Consecrated Sphinx again. So we run out of Consecrated Sphinx, and he double Virulent Wounds it here, and it actually doesn't do anything at all. So I mean, he just seems like a newer player, really. He drew that Gopher Throat off of his draw step that turn, so we know the closest clear for our next Consecrated Sphinx. And it lands. We draw another 2 cards. The rest of this match is pretty academic. He does a few things. The only reason it doesn't end sooner is we're drawing a bunch of chaff, like these Black Sun Zenith that actually don't do anything right now. That's one thing with block is you in certain matchups just rely on so few cards. There's a lot of chaff in your decks, just because there's very few good cards in block and a lot of poor cards. And games often depend on who draws the most important cards for the matchup. And there's very few cards that let you like sift through your deck, and it gets annoying sometimes. So we Ratchet Bomb here to get rid of his Plague Mirror and his Contagion Clasp. He bounces back to his hand. We don't care. We have a Steel Sabotage for when it comes back down. We get a land. Play Karn, and I think he concedes here. Or pretty close. Attack him down. Discard a bunch of cards. Draw. And he plays a Contagion Clasp, we counter it. And a Blighted Agent, which we will kill. And I think that's game. No, he actually keeps going. I forgot. Oh, I don't know what he's doing exactly. I did make a misplay here. I upped Karn to 14, giving him the only out and that he could possibly have in Volition Reign. So that was a huge misplay on my part. It didn't turn out mattering. But remember, Karn is a liability sometimes when your opponent's blue. If they have Volition Reigns, they can just ruin you sometimes. So that's something to consider. We're going to go to game 2 of round 1. So our opponents, we didn't make many changes because our opponent's not really a true deck in this format. He's just playing a casualish deck here. or a deck that he considers to be playable, but I don't think it is playable really. It seems rather odd actually. I don't even know if he has Tezzerets. I mean, I assume he has Tezzerets by him playing a blue-black artifact infect deck, but we haven't actually seen any from him, so we can't know for sure here. We run out Ratchet Bomb first because we don't have a counter spell in our hand. We're gonna look up to ratchet up our Ratchet Bomb before he plays anything if we can. I'm gonna go up to 3 here so we can kill Phyrexian Crusader if it hits the play immediately. We Tezzeret our Max Air Wellspring and start attacking. Plague Mirror is fine. We play another Wellspring. And here the question is, do we Tezzeret our Ratchet Bomb or our Wellspring? I decided for the Wellspring, just so we can keep the Ratchet Bomb back on us, have a defense. So Sword of War and Peace is kind of annoying with an Inkmoth Nexus. Not the most annoying though. So we're just going to go all out here and attack for 15. I don't mind if he blocks. We're going to save Dismember for any possible creature you could possibly have that could kill us or stop us, and he doesn't have any, so we win the game. So I will see you in round 2.